What's going on, beautiful people? It's your brother. We out here. Bring it. What? We right here. We ain't going anywhere. We right here. What's good, y'all? It's just your brother. We out here just getting my study on. Holler at me if you feel like hollering at me. If not, it's all good, yo. I still just gotta do what I do and does what I does, how I do it when I do it. You dig a deal, me? Let's see. Is there any? I think that one ended up getting. Right. Let's see. I was a piano player in my last lifetime. Now I write rhymes, sip white wine, and let my life shine. Out of dark space, the world on my mind like Scarface. It's the quick amount of I change. The fire hands, all the things can roll some shit, straight afloat. See. Is that maybe? What's the notes? Is that comments? Cats. I was up. I need to add total enrollment because that's a factor as well. It's a lot of students. Pum 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 pum. Ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum, zum-ba-zum, 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 zum-ba-dum, dum-da-dum. Zum-ba-dum, zum-ba-zum-ba-zum. Weber. Into one, total enrollment. How many? 181. So far, what we are noticing is the schools with lower total enrollment are able to produce higher proficiency rates in both reading and math. And Hopkins Middle, the one with the highest enrollment, also has the lowest proficiency. District 10. Scientific. Don't forgive me, Miss Alexander. Since you guys not in the place, this is total crowded. You know, you can't start 100 first. When I was spinning on your own, we fall up to the walls, look, don't forget the back to the to the wall for me. To touch our phone. County District Profile. don't think okay, the unemployment rate. Why didn't I? Boo, 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 boo. 151. All right. What's going on, beautiful people? Well, see you later then, homie. It's out here making this work, you heard me. See the schools that they serve. Oh, my babies. Hey, I was a piano player in my last lifetime. Now I write rhymes to white wine and let my life shine out of darkness. I'm around on the world like talking. Hey yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, busting through the door, like that before, freestyle, you know we wild, you know I'm up with seeing, I'm seeing now each child on the whole world, you turn the chill now, fall, bust another mouth, fall back, you don't really want none of that, maybe fall flat, when I come attack. 542. Shit. Christopher G, what it do? How you doing? How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Appreciate you deciding to come by and drop a comment on your brother. I'm just out here trying to make it do what it do, man. Knocking out a school project here for my LIS program here and doing a community assessment of my local community of the areas that I serve. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm just doing an assessment of the local schools in my community, looking at the reading proficiency rates, the math proficiency rates, the percentage of children that are in poverty, the teacher to student ratio, and then I'm gonna assess, some of the strategic plans that my library has had to combat some of these issues that we've had, and try to develop future programming that can help fill these gaps. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. I was actually pretty blessed in the sense that I'm actually working in the library while I'm doing this. So it's less theory and more application on my end, because this is stuff that I'm doing right now in real time. But just some of the things that I'm noticing is, I'm in a rural area and we don't have necessarily the same access to opportunities that a lot of other people have. Like, although there are libraries in the area. Yeah, it's like a research proposal. Um, well, I'll say it like this: it is a research proposal in a sense, but this is like laying down the foundations of me creating a my service proposal. And luckily, this is something that I'm already in the process of doing because last summer we actually started some of the service programs uh, to combat the literacy issues that's going on in my community. We had what's called the Reading Skills Club at my branch, and the purpose of that was to have our reading interventionists that we have at the library come and have it's basically a week long boot camp of sorts to help struggling readers that are rising third graders to help get them on par. Um, before they get into the third grade, which is an integral part of the whole literacy process, because they say if a child isn't on reading level by the third grade or fourth grade, it's almost impossible for them to catch up. It's not impossible, but it's definitely going to take some serious intervention to get them up to snuff when it comes to that. So what I'm trying to do is try to intervene as soon as possible to be able to ensure that a sizable amount of my country babies will be able to read on par or really above par to prepare themselves for the higher grades. Because another sad thing that's going on right now is that a lot of these children are still just being passed along without mastering some of the basics of literacy. So what we end up having is seniors graduating high school with a sixth grade reading level at best. And that's just going to set them up for future failures, especially if it's a situation where, like, on paper, they graduated top of their class, but if you graduate top of your class and the majority of your class are students that's being passed on without mastering the basic concepts of literacy, when that child then or that young adult then goes to college under the guise of graduating at the top of their class, they're going to deal with that much more struggle because they haven't mastered these preliminary concepts. So basically, all in all, what I'm trying to do is trying to help develop more of a plan to intervene at an earlier point so we can curb some of this issue from being an issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. I'm a childhood literacy advocate. I mean, literacy advocate overall, because what I'm looking at these numbers here, man, check this out. So the community that I'm assessing is Richland County, which is the second largest county. It has 11 districts and things like that, but my community, my library serves two of these communities. One of them is being District 10. It's the largest district. It has 63% African American, 32% white, 4% Asian, and so on and so forth. But check this out: the educational attainment there, 31% is high school graduates, 30% has some college, 23% has bachelor's or professional degree, and 16% has no high school diploma at all. So the majority of those adults that have some kind of educational attainment is high school graduates. So when it comes to even well-meaning parents that want to ensure that their children are getting the best education possible, how much of that are they really able to do when 31% of them, the extent of their education is a high school graduate? And especially if they graduated in the same neighborhood that their children are growing up in which that they might not have received the best education there either. And then then the next thing is some college. So the reasons of dropping out are plentiful, but who knows? And then it's only 23% that actually have a bachelor's, and then 16% have no high school diploma at all. 8.7% is unemployed, unemployed, and 32.8% of the district are experiencing poverty. So it's a blooming onion of issues and issues within issues and sub issues of what's going on when it concerns literacy attainment for these young scholars. This is some of the schools here. Hopkins Elementary has a reading proficiency rate of 22%, math of 27%. Hopkins Middle 17% reading, 8% in math. Gadsden Elementary is the highest of this particular group. No, well, at least in reading, 35%, and math 25%. Weber, which is right down the street from me, 30%, respectively. Now, one thing that I noticed between Gadsden and Weber and versus Hopkins and both of these Hopkins schools is it's a smaller enrollment, and the teacher to student ratios is smaller. Everything else is pretty much the same. The percentage of students experiencing poverty is the same and things like that. So it leads me to believe that it's the teacher to student ratio that has a vast impact in the total enrollment in these schools. Some of these schools are very highly populated or overpopulated. What I'm looking right here is District 11, which is another part that I deal with. Majority black. Hold on. Excuse me, y'all. My dog was barking. I had to see what that dealer was, you know what I'm saying? But it looked like it's all good. So my baby doing what he's supposed to do. So yeah, it's an issue because these are going to be the people that's teaching these kids. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't have the educational equipment, more or less, to be able to do that, this is where intervention is needed. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm doing. So I just completed a literacy training of actually how to teach literacy to the youth and, well, to anybody really. So what I'm trying to do is equip public librarians with some of these skills to be able to be a resource to help the teachers and the parents and things like that. Be able to, help fill those gaps, because if all the work is not going to be done at home, if all the work is not going to be done at school, we at least need another space for these young scholars to go. That's the educational place, and at the library we don't have some of the constraints that that the schools have. So we might be able to integrate some of this educational things within programming and things like that. So that's the goal, man. I'm just trying to see where more gaps are, and literacy is such a umbrella term. It's more than just reading and writing. There's other forms of literacy. The literacy within math is called numeracy, and as you can see on some of these numbers here, a lot of our students are doing worse in math than they are doing in reading and writing itself. So that's one of the gaps that I'm going to look into, is that we're so focused, and rightfully so, on reading and writing, but we're also overlooking numeracy, and the understanding of numbers, and that's the foundation of science, and so on and so forth. But the foundation of everything, of all of these things, is the ability to be able to read and write. So it's a tall glass of water, my friend. You know what I'm saying? But I'm up for it, and my children are going to be going to these schools if I don't start my own, or whatever else might happen. So, selfishly, they got to get it together before my children get up in this piece. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, my children are benefit from the fact that their father, you know, I'm in the minority of that percentage that this is a class for my master's degree, and I plan on getting a PhD after this, if not a gang of certifications. And my wife is currently in school now. She returned back to school. She's pursuing her associates slash probably going straight to her bachelor's and all of that good stuff. So my children live in a household where there's books galore. My son just told me yesterday that he wants to be a librarian like his father. You know what I'm saying? So it's those particular privileges that my children have that others don't have, that I'm grateful for. And however, we're still going to try to do what we can to make to build the image of um intellect within our community again. It's not something that's promoted. The main thing that's promoted within the Black community is rappers and entertainers, singers, dancers, and entertainers and things like that. Like, we don't have any other capacity, but we do, and we have a great history of such. So it's going to be a media versus media kind of thing. It's going to be a means of trying to rally the parents, try to rally the school administrators and the politicians and things like that, to give our young scholars a different image of themselves that they see constantly. So I'm trying to build a connection with our local HBCUs and things like that, and maybe those who are graduating in education or whatever the case is, to have them come to my libraries, or come to these schools and things like that, and tutor these young scholars, and give them that image of Black excellence within the educational realms and within the scholarly realms, man. So that's what we're working on. But let me see what time it is. I don't want time to escape from. But yeah, so that's what it is, yo. I'm actually about to sign off right now. I gotta get ready to go to work myself. And I'm gonna continue this work here throughout the work day and all of that good stuff. But I'm glad I was finally able to chip at this thing, man. The draft of this is due tomorrow, and I swear I was just looking at a blank page forever. But things are finally moving, so we rocking. So I appreciate you coming through, Christopher G. Stay tuned, and I hope to do this live thing more often again and all of that good stuff. I know I was gone for a long time. I looked at the information. It looks like the last time I was on live was like in March, maybe. But it's all good. I'm here, still standing, still strong, and we're gonna do our thing, yo. So I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, brother. And I'm out. I'll holla at you.